Okay, first thing, all my add-ons are clicked because I did Mistima first. So you can either deselect what you don't want. Make sure that the out-of-date one is selected though. Some of it won't work if you don't do that for some codec reasons. Um, so I just deselect, or I could just go to the bottom and disable all, which I'll do. We're going to start with three main core UI. Titan panel is number one. BTEX, and I'll show you where the name is there. You can download all these at Curse or their main website. By the way, make sure you do that before the game is open. Don't do that while it's open. Some of them are disabled because those programs aren't added yet. So anyways, Titan panel, Bartender 4, and BTEX are the first three we're going to do. We don't want to activate anything else to avoid confusion and positioning. So some of the add-ons I use for Mistima, which is a Paladin, is not applicable with a DK, so I just don't select those. Okay, there's the BTEX version. That's the latest one. You can just type that into your browser, and Bartender 4 and Titan. Press OK. We go in. Those are the only things you're going to see. The standard Blizz UI for your buffs at the top right, your mini map, and your character UI will stay standard if you notice. So now, first thing we do, we right click the Titan top bar. We can add or remove anything that we don't want on there. I like to show my performance, but I deselect my experience because I don't PvP a lot. That usually has to do with honor. You have everything from mounts. You can also get foo-bars that attach to this, so that you can add or remove whatever you don't like. See, now this tune is a farmer, so I use gatherer. Pretty much all the programs. There's a few that you have to use your chat window still to get into the configuration, but I like to put most of them on that top bar. That way they're easy access if I need to change anything. Under the main general setting, you can actually make the UI, the whole UI on the screen, larger or bigger with Titan. So that's what I use to space the bars on the top, as well as set the whole UI range. You make it bigger or smaller, however you like. Okay, once we have this finished and the add-ons are done, then we'll go to BTEX, and you have to type that in. It's /BTEX space menu. That's one of the programs that you have to use the chat window still. Now when this window pops up, the top pane here will be able to change any design you'd like. I use the fade, and then you can change the color. Select, make sure on the right side that vertical bar that the selector's to the top, or else it will stay black. Now it blended it with red and black. You can also change the parameters height and width-wise, and that apply skin, and it'll move wider or shorter, leave sides gapped, put chat window in it, whatever you like. The reason I use that is to avoid any backlight or movement behind my cooldown bar, my main bar. And that's where we go to bartender. I unlock the snap so that you can adjust them slightly. With the snap on, you're confined to their grid. It'll snap to the next nearest. Now, other than your main cooldown bar or your fighting bar, that top at the top edge in the middle there, I placed it first. You can configure these, scale the number of buttons on it however you want it. You want it horizontally, vertically. You can place them however you like. There are 3 or 4 main ones that pretty much stay the same. Your cooldown bar, your fighting bar, you should leave that the same. That's 1 through 0, and then the hyphen and the equal. You want to leave those the same because that is your actual fighting bar. The other ones would be your micro bar for your logging in and out and all that stuff, your quests, achievements, and your bag bar and your stance bar if your class uses a stance. Those 3 I put to the right bottom side. Like I said, you can put them however you like. Those 3 you cannot move vertically. The other ones, if you feel that you like, move them vertically, whatever you like. This is just a core UI setup to understand the programs and how they work. Now initially I put my pet bar there, but I'm going to add some larger bars, you'll see in a second. So I'll end up moving it vertically and kind of see how that works. You can also add XP with Bartender 4, your experience bars for lower levels. If you're not level 80 and you're leveling, you can also set it to reputation as well. You can scale it all the way across. You can put it a slight one in the corner, however you like it. So that is usable. See how I scale? You can put padding, the number of buttons, and those are my main trinks. Horn of Winter, that open slot you see there, I usually put like a lock candy or heal pots or haste pots depending on what the fight is. So I usually leave that open and I put in whatever I need at the fight. You see I added another one. That one I placed to the side. And that has my fortitude, my shell. There's also a kiss macro there for the frog daily. But again, like I said, you can just mix and match however you want. This is how I like it.